Hello everyone, myself Atul Negi and I welcome you all to IMS GATE Academy YouTube platform. In this video, we'll talk about GATE 2026 preparation strategy. We'll talk about the things that you need to take care during the preparation part. We'll talk about the revision strategy as well as the test series part also. So if you are in second year and in third year of engineering, then this video will be useful for you. And also the final year students as well. So from this video, you will be able to understand how to plan your preparation for the GATE 2026 examination. So let's get started in this video. We'll talk about first of all the GATE exam pattern. We'll talk about the weightage as well as the syllabus part. Which of the topics, which of the concepts are important in that particular subject. Preparation strategy, then revision, test series part and some final tips that I want to share with you. With those tips, you will be able to plan your preparation effectively and definitely with those strategies, you will be getting the success in GATE 2026 examination, right? So we'll talk about first of all GATE exam pattern, as most of you already know all about the GATE exam pattern, but just for the discussion part, we'll discuss this thing because many students will be writing for the first time. Okay, GATE 2026 examination. So there is a requirement to understand the examination first of all, right? So total duration of 3 hours it will be there. We'll have a general aptitude plus technical subject. Then type of question, if I talk about multiple choice question, multiple select question and NAT. So MCQ, multiple choice question, everyone knows. What is MSQ? Where actually more than one option may be correct. Maybe 1, 2, 3 and all 4 may be correct. So accordingly, we have to read the question. We need to see all of the options. And NAT, numerical answer type, where we need to put the answer in the numbers. Okay. So let's suppose they have mentioned write your answer in integer. So in integer we have to write. Sometimes they will mention write your answer correct up to 1 decimal place. So up to 1 decimal place we need to mention. So our answer should lie in the range. So they will provide the range also. So our answer should be in the given range. Then only your answer will be considered as correct here. Now if I talk about the different subjects, as I already told you, general aptitude is having 15 marks. Then we have engineering mathematics 13 marks. So this weightage is fixed, right? Remaining marks 72 will be from the technical subject. So you should be aware that aptitude and mathematics together consist of 28 marks and that is a huge weightage. So this is a very important topic that we need to understand. Now coming to the technical subjects, we'll discuss all the subjects, important topics we'll talk about and as well as we'll talk about the weightage as well, right? Now the next thing that we have to discuss here is the weightage of the different subjects. So as I already told you, maths and aptitude together consist of 18 marks, 15 for aptitude and 13 for mathematics. That is fixed. It is mentioned in the GATE syllabus itself. Now for mechanical engineering students, 15 marks on an average, and sometimes it would be more than 15 marks, like 16, 17 also. So highest weightage technical subject is manufacturing, right? After that, if I talk about thermodynamics, which includes both basic and applied. Applied part means power plant, refrigeration and internal combustion engine, IC engine basically. So all three parts in the applied and the basic part where you talk about the first law of thermodynamics, second law, entropy, availability, all those things. So thermodynamics is the second highest technical subject. The weightage will be around 10 to 11 marks. Okay, almost 10 to 11 it will come every year. Then if I talk about, we have theory of machine, again a very, very important subject. It consists of 9 marks. On an average 8 to 9 or sometimes 10 also, sometimes 7 also. Between 8 to 9 it will vary always. Then we have strength of material, 8 marks. Okay. Then we have fluid mechanics including turbo machinery, 8 marks. Now in this list, if you see this manufacturing, thermodynamics, theory of machine, strength of material and fluid mechanics, these are the highest weightage subjects. So these are highest weightage subject means we have to prepare a lot from these particular topics, from these particular subjects. We need to do more revision. We need to solve more problems from this particular subject. So understanding of weightage, why it is required, so that we'll understand how much effort is required for that subject, how much effort we need to put in to prepare those subjects, how much numerical solving is required, how much time we have to allot for those subjects. As the weightage is high, more time it is going to consume. So whenever we are planning our preparation, we need to allot the time based on the subject's weightage, right? So these are the top high weightage subjects technical, right? Now coming to the another set of subjects that we have, industrial around 6 marks, sometimes 5, 6, sometimes 7 also it will come. Then we have engineering mechanics around 5 to 6. then heat transfer, and finally machine design. So these remaining 4 subjects vary between 4 to 6 like that. Okay, and these remaining, if I talk about this subjects, manufacturing, thermo, theory of machine, strength of material, fluid mechanics, these are high priority subjects. So you should consider these as a high priority subject just because they have a high weightage. So more time we have to allot for those subjects, right? So, and these are remaining subjects. Now weightage is less, it doesn't mean that we will not prepare it. We will prepare it, but time we have to give it according to the weightage. Okay, so the time required for preparation of machine design will not be equal to the time required to prepare a thermodynamics or basically manufacturing. So there will be a different time. We need to practice more questions from thermodynamics rather than machine design. Okay, now which questions we need to practice? First we need to see the PYQ questions, then you will understand the type of questions, the level of questions they are asking, right? Now we'll talk about in detail the syllabus part. Now if I talk about the mathematics, so in mathematics, yes, the syllabus is high. Okay, if you see the syllabus, there are so many topics, right? So every topic in mathematics is very, very important. You should not solve just mechanical engineering questions. You should also solve other branches mathematics question that came in the GATE examination, because mathematics is common for all other branches as well. So you should prepare those questions as well, which is coming in other branches like civil, electrical, CS, all those examinations. So it will be better practice. For your better practice, you need to solve other exam questions as well, right? In mathematics, if I talk about the calculus is a very, very important topic, and if after that differential equation is there, probability and statics, it is also equally important. Okay, so these syllabus, in this syllabus, you should consider every topic of mathematics as very important here. Okay, now if I talk about the technical part, in technical part, if I start with the engineering mechanics, in engineering mechanics, we have first of all this friction topic. This is very, very important. In this after friction topic, you can see the kinematics and dynamics of rigid body. This is the most common topic. Every year questions are coming from that particular topic. Okay, so the topic I'm going to highlight here are those topics from which the questions, majority of the questions came. From this particular topic, majority of the questions came in the GATE examination, right? Now, after that, if I talk about a very important topic in this one is the impulse momentum equation. Okay, impulse momentum equation, both linear and angular. Both linear and angular. This is also very, very important part, right? Now, coming to the strength of material part. In strength of material part, we have stress and strain, right? Shear force and bending moment diagrams. Okay, frequently questions will come. Then torsion of the circular shafts we have, right? Then thermal stresses, again, very, very important topic. And this, we have a shear stresses, bending and the shear stresses. These are the important topics from that strength of material subject. Now coming to the theory of machine. In theory of machine, the most important topic that we have is vibration. Okay, so if I talk about the vibration part, we have free and forced vibration of single degree of freedom system. Only single degree of freedom system we have in our syllabus. After that, damping cases. This is also very important. So that vibration part is important. Apart from that, we have flywheel and governors part. Then velocity and acceleration of the plane mechanism. This is the most important. Every year you will find a question from the velocity analysis of the plane mechanism. Very important. And then after that, gear trains. So only those topics I am highlighting here, which is having a more majority of the questions. Okay, mostly this type of question came in the GATE examination, right? So from the previous year analysis, when we are solving a question, you will automatically get an idea. Yes, from this topic, mostly questions are coming, and you will understand the level as well, right? Now coming to the next part, machine design. In machine design, there are few topics only, and if I talk about the important one, we have this SN diagrams. Okay. After that, we have bolted and riveted welded joints. These two topics are like very, very important in machine design. And then finally, we have this bearing part. These three are the most important topic in machine design. Syllabus is less for the machine design, right? So mechanics of material, engineering mechanics, theory of machine, and this machine design comes in the design part. So in mechanical engineering, we can divide our whole mechanical engineering subject in different category, like design field, thermal field, then production field, like that. Okay. Now coming to the manufacturing and industrial engineering part, engineering materials, again a very less weightage will be there because the syllabus is less. Frequently questions are coming from the stress strain diagram. And this is very important for interview as well. Okay, mostly in the interviews they will be asking questions from stress strain diagrams, very important also. And then we have phase diagram and this heat treatment part, right? And if I talk about manufacturing part, entire manufacturing is important, but mostly the myth that student is having, manufacturing is a theoretical subject. No, in the gate examination mostly questions will be of numerical type. So mostly numerical will be coming, theoretical questions will be there, but that will be very less. So out of 100 marks you can consider 70 to 80 marks are of numerical nature, 30 marks will be there around the theoretical questions. Questions, the numericals are coming from the manufacturing part, so don't consider it is a theoretical subject, right? So if I talk about casting, the common question always it will be there, like solidification time. Okay, in forming we have a rolling questions will be there. Okay, then joining, in welding related problems will be there. So in casting, forming and rolling, these are the topics. Okay, and they have given a small subtopics as well. We always have to stick to the syllabus part only. Okay, that's why whenever we are preparing for any competitive examination, we have to stick to the syllabus. We need to understand which area I need to cover. Just because the topic I've seen, the casting is a huge topic, but in that casting topic, whatever the small subtopics they have mentioned, those topics I need to prepare it. Otherwise it is a very vast field. Manufacturing itself is a very fast field, right? So you will get a book on casting, you will get a book on joining process, welding process, you will get a book on forming processes, but we don't have that much time. That's why we have to stick to the syllabus part, and for that you need to see the PYQ questions, right? This is very important part. Otherwise sometimes we are preparing, let's suppose you are preparing on your self preparation you are doing. In that case what you will do, you follow the standard books, right? Yes, it is very good to follow the standard books, but we need to restrict ourselves. In this case, if casting it is there, in casting which topics I need to prepare, I cannot cover the entire casting, it is a vast topic, right? So we have to restrict ourselves while we are preparing, when we are doing self preparation. But if we are attending any classes, then whatever the class notes is given to you, that is more than sufficient. You don't need to rely on any other source. Okay, this is what the point, very important, everyone has to understand. Now in this one, if I was talking about that, like design of patterns, this is a very important topic. Then we have this estimation of the bulk, forging and rolling processes, extrusion is there, drawing is there, specifically in forming related, principles of welding and brazing it is there. So these are the very important topics in the welding, right? Now coming to the other topics as well, machining and a machine tool operation. Now see the multiple topics they have mentioned. Okay, the basic machine tools, single and multiple cutting tools, this is very important. Single and multiple point cutting tools, tool geometry, many times they've asked the question from the tool geometry as well. Okay, and the last topic that is very important here is economics of machining. Okay, economics of machining, this is also very important part. And some non-traditional machining processes are also important. Now next is metrology and inspection, go gauge, no go gauge, gauges are there, this is very important. And recently if you see the last few years paper, the questions are coming from the CMM also. Okay, concept of coordinate measuring machine, CMM questions are coming. Okay, so don't forget this topic, this is a very new topic here. From last few years we have seen the questions are coming from that particular topic as well, and also from the basic concepts of CAD CAM. Okay, and their tools as well. And then this additive manufacturing part, so this was also a very good topic here. So you need to prepare in a comprehensive manner, and but still we have to stick to the syllabus part, that is also very important. So if you are doing the self preparation, follow the standard book, but in that standard book you should cover those topic which is mentioned in the syllabus. Don't try to cover the entire thing, otherwise it will be never possible. So if you are attending the classes, then it is more than sufficient whatever has been discussed in the classes itself, right? Then we have production planning and control part, inventory control. Now questions mostly coming from the this inventory control topic, questions are coming from the transportation, assignment related, and this part and CPM. This is so like most important one from the industrial topic, right? So these are the important topics that we have seen in the syllabus. More clarity you will be getting if you are solving the PYQs. Once you are started solving PYQs, you will get complete clarity about the type, level of questions, how they are framing a question. And you might see sometimes question will not exactly repeat, but conceptually the questions are same, right? Conceptually questions are same, exact question will not repeat any time in the gate examination, but conceptually things will be similar. So if you have understood the concept completely, then you will never find it difficult. Just you need to understand, okay, this question is also similar to that question which we have solved in the PYQ. So if that much level of clarity if you are having, then you will never find it very difficult to solve the questions in the GATE examination, right? Now coming to the preparation strategy part. Now few points I want to discuss here regarding preparation strategy, how you should plan your preparation. Okay, during the preparation part, we should first of all do the planning. Okay, and during the planning, few points we have to take care. First of all, you have to prioritize the high weightage subject. As the weightage is high, more time it will take. So accordingly, we should plan. High priority subjects like manufacturing, thermal, where basic and applied both are there. You have theory of machine, fluid mechanics, it is there, strength of material, it is there, right? So those prioritization is required for those high weightage subjects. This is very important point. Coming to the next thing, consistency over intensity. This is very important. I've seen initially people will get excited about a GATE preparation. Initial 2-3 months they will start preparing. They will give more hours. But as the time goes on, that intensity is going decreased. That intensity is going to be decreased, right? Gradually it is decreasing. So we should maintain a consistent effort. Okay. Like daily you should plan, okay, that much hours which is possible for you, like 4 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours, whatever possible times you are having, you have to be consistent in that part. So that's why always remember, consistency always wins over intensity. You have to be consistent in your preparation. The discipline is what required in any competitive examination. Discipline is what very important, right? And also you need to set a deadline. Okay, if you are having a goal without a deadline, then it can be, you can call it, it is kind of an illusion only. Then if I'm setting a goal, there has to be what a deadline. Without deadline, there is no meaning to have a goal. So you have set a goal in GATE 2026, I need a success, right? I want that much score so that I will be able to get into PSU or IIT for MTech. So for that much marks, how much effort will be required? Okay, now that is a bigger goal. Now that goal has to be what break down into smaller goals. Okay, this subject I need to prepare by this date. This subject I need to prepare by this date. So smaller goals, and for those smaller goals, again, deadlines has to be there. Okay, that deadline will make you disciplined in your preparation part. This is very important. Now coming to the important thing, like class notes, you have to completely rely on the class notes if you are attending the classes. If you are following our lectures in the live online or in offline, so you have to rely on the class notes part only. Okay, no need to look for any other source. If you find it any difficulty, you can directly talk to the faculty and you can discuss your doubts. But if you are doing a self preparation, follow the standard books, right? Then you have to solve PYQ. Only GATE PYQ? No. Other than GATE, we have engineering services PYQ questions. We have PSU PYQ questions. So those PYQ questions you need to practice. Don't just stick to GATE PYQ questions. Other engineering exam questions like ISRO is there. PSU's examinations are there. Okay. Engineering services prelims questions are there. Those questions also you need to practice so that you will understand from that particular topic how many different kind of questions have been framed till now. Right. So complete clarity you will be getting. So solve PYQ, not just GATE, all other engineering related examinations are there. You need to solve all those questions. Then it is very important to create a formula sheet specifically for GATE examination. Why? The mostly numericals will be coming, and in the last we need to know the formula. In order to solve any numerical, the formula is what required. And at the time of the solving question in GATE examination, if you are not able to recall the formula, how you will solve it? You cannot derive the whole formula there. That's why you need to remember all the formulas and relations which is required to solve any problem. For that, what you need to do? Create a formula sheet. Now, how to create a formula sheet? In the formula sheet, you need to write only the formulas and relations, not a single theory part. And hardly it would take 5 or 6 pages in order to write all formulas from any particular subject. And in order to revise those formula sheet, hardly 10 or 15 minutes would be required. So revision should be there from the formula sheet only. So you have to create your own formula sheet. Okay, again, very important. Don't just copy any other's formula sheet. You should create your own formula sheet, because the how you have written the formulas, in what flow you have written, that only you knows, right? And whatever flow you have created, it will be easy for you to remember that one, rather than if you are going to remember, trying to remember the formulas through others' formula sheet, it would create a problem for you only. Better you should create your own formula sheet in your own way. right? Now, I hope those parts are clear. Now, coming to the revision part, and I've seen many students are doing mistakes in the revision. What they usually do, they will just read the class notes. Okay, reading the class notes, it is required, but not all the times you have to just read the class note. As I told you, in GATE, mostly numericals are coming. You need to solve problems. If you are not solving a problem, then how you will get a confidence? People will say, sir, I'm not getting a confidence. Confidence is not coming because you are not practicing the numericals. This is what you need to understand, right? First point, make proper revision schedule. Without making a proper schedule of a revision, revision will never happen automatically, right? When the subject you have completed in the classes, you have to plan the revisions. In the subsequent the weeks will be coming. Next week you will plan one revision. Other than next week will be there, next second revision will be there, then third revision will be there. So upcoming months, upcoming weeks are there. You need to plan the revision for the subject which is completed in the classes. Now, in that revision, what I need to do, that is what very important part that we will be discussing here, right? So, when we are doing a revision, you should have a proper timetable, okay? And time-based revision, it is required. Always remember, time-based revision is required. It's not just I'm just sitting and reading the class notes. I've seen many students are doing just a reading of a class notes. Reading of a class note will never give you the confidence. Confidence will come when you are solving a problem and you are getting a right answer. That will give you the confidence, right? First thing that you need to do, revision through formula sheets. Okay, once you have understood the concept, then there is no need to read the class notes again. Revise it through formula sheets. Then solve numericals. Okay, which numericals you need to solve? Those important PYQ questions. Previously, when you are preparing a subject, you have solved a PYQ. Please highlight the important PYQs. Whichever PYQ question you find it difficult or different, you should make a star mark over there. You should bookmark those questions so that in revision time, you will just solve those questions only, right? Only those questions you will be solving. Or if you are giving a test, let's suppose chapter test or test series, any test series you are giving, in those test series, if you find any question which is like very important according to you, or you find it any difficult question there, those questions also you should bookmark and again solve in the revision time, right? So solving a numerical during revision, specifically in the GATE exam preparation, is must. Then plan more revision for high priority subjects. This is very, very important. High priority subjects means what? Which is having high weightage. For those subjects, you need to do more revisions. For example, manufacturing, you should plan 5 revision. Subject like machine design, which is having a weightage of 4 marks, you should plan 2 revision. That is more than sufficient. Subject like thermodynamics, it is having a weightage of 10. You should plan 5 revisions, right? So these are very, very important points you should take care, right? Now coming to the next thing that we have is the test series part. So revision done, preparation done. Now coming to the test series, and why test series is important. First of all, you should understand the test series, the importance of test series part. It will help you to evaluate your performance. Like you have done some preparation and there is some performance you are getting. How you understand the performance? Through test only. Preparation you have done, performance you are getting. If there is a gap between preparation and performance, you need to understand why that gap is there. What is the reason of that gap, and try to fill those gaps. You need to put more effort so that those gaps you have to reduce it, right? So all those things you will be able to understand once you have started giving the test. Through test only you will be able to understand your performance, and evaluation of performance is very, very much required in the GATE exam preparation, right? So if I talk about the first thing, that is evaluation of the preparation level, you will be able to identify the strength and the weakness. In any particular subject, you will find, let's suppose 10 chapters are there. Out of 10 chapters, you will find it, okay, few chapters are easy for you and some chapters are difficult for you. Now, once you have understood, you will give more time to those chapters where you will find it difficult. Let's suppose in some chapters, you are not able to solve the questions. Some chapters are easy for you. So you have identified the strength and the weakness part. Now, I need to focus on the weakness part. Why it is those areas I'm getting trouble? Why those areas are difficult for me? You have to understand what is the reason behind that. You have to give time to it, right? You have to practice more. Again, if there is a requirement, you should learn those topics again. See the class notes, follow the standard books. You have to prepare, you have to do all sorts of effort so that that smaller part of the subject, which is 2-3 topics or 2-3 chapters, which is creating a trouble for you, that will also convert into what? The strength part, right? improvement of the speed and accuracy. Okay, improvement will be there. How you will be able to improve? When you are giving a test. Actually, during a test, there is a time constraint always. That time constraint will create extra pressure, and we have to be habitual of that pressure. Let's suppose you are practicing questions at home through exercise book. Okay, at that time there is no time constraint, so there is no extra pressure, and we will try to solve it without thinking about a time I'm going to take in order to solve that particular question. But when you are practicing question in a test environment, always a timer is there running, so we have to practice in that environment. And obviously in that environment, if I work, I need to take care of the speed and accuracy. So specifically speed and accuracy part will improve if you give more and more tests. Maybe in the initial 2-3 tests you will be facing lot of difficulty in maintaining the speed and accuracy also, but as you give more and more tests, and you are, after every test you are doing a test analysis. In the test analysis, specifically what kind of mistakes you have done, those points you are able to understand, then definitely with gradual improvement will happen as you give more and more tests, and both the things will get improved. Automatically it will never happen, right? I'm just practicing, I've never focused on my speed and accuracy if I'm just practicing the question. But in the test, so there is a test analysis will come. In the test analysis, it will be there, okay, this much mistakes you have done, this much accuracy it is there, this much time you have taken for this question. All those points will create a situation that you will understand, okay, I'm taking more time in that question, actually that much time is not required. So that data will help you to understand, yes, speed is not good. Accuracy, out of 20 questions, 10 questions I have done wrong. So that data will help you to understand, yes, my accuracy is also not good, speed is not good. That data will help you to understand. And once those data is clear to you, then you will try to work on those things, right? So these are very important things that you need to do in the test series part also. Give subject test after revising any specific subject. Let's suppose fluid mechanics you have done. After preparation of the fluid mechanics subject, do one revision, and then after that give the subject test, and that is for every subject. Preparation, revision, and then test. So every subject test you should give, okay, so that you will have an idea, okay, from that particular subject what kind of question can come in my GATE examination. So subject test is also mandatory, it is very important. You should write the subject test also before giving the full length test, right? Make a list of the weak topics and revise them thoroughly. For every subject you should understand, in this subject these are my weak topics. For every subject you should make a list of it, and whenever you will have a time, try to revise those things, try to work on those things. Otherwise, see, in whole subject you will never face difficulty, you will find it difficult in few topics, but you should have a list of those topics. You will understand which of the topics creating a trouble for me. Make a list of those topics and try to work, give more time to it, okay, try to understand more from those particular topics. And then definitely if you give time to those topics, now that weak topic will also become a strength for you, right? The problem is we are not able to identify. Once you are not able to identify, you will never work on it. Identification is first required, and then you have understood these are the weak areas for me, then you will start working on it, and definitely you will be getting the complete command on those topics as well, right? Then give the full length test at regular intervals. This is also very important. I've seen the whole subject preparation done, they are still doing the revision and they are not giving the full length test. That is the biggest mistake in the GATE preparation, because you are not habitual of sitting for 3 hours solving all different subject questions. That is the main part. You are not practiced, you have not done such kind of practice, and how the performance will come in the real GATE examination. That's why full length test is mandatory. Once the syllabus is done, try to give the full length test at regular intervals. Weekly once you should plan, and then after that test analysis is must, okay. I hope all the points related with this test series part is clear. And the last point that I want to talk about here is evaluate performance in every test. That comes under the test analysis part. You have to do the evaluation thing. How many questions I've done wrong, okay, which questions I'm not able to solve. Those things you need to do after every test. So we talked about the revision part, we talked about the test series part. Now finally some few points I want to talk about here, that is a tip from my side, right? So if you take those tips, definitely it will help you to effectively plan your preparation for the GATE 2026 preparation, right? Now the first thing that you need to do is create a timetable. I've seen many students are not creating a timetable. So if you're not creating a timetable, you don't know now today at this particular day what I have to do. you are doing random things, random subject you have started, random things you are doing. There is no discipline at all. That's why I'm saying timetable has to be there. Now, how to create a timetable? So few points I will tell you here. With those points, you will be able to create your timetable. Like today, how many hours is available with you? In those hours, what I need to do, which subject I need to prepare. Okay, in that subject, concept learning is required, or numerical solving is required, or revision is required. Accordingly, you should plan. Daily timetable you should be having. Okay, otherwise, if you don't have a timetable, you will do random preparation. And random preparation will give you nothing, no result you will be getting out of it, right? Proper planning is required. Specifically, first timetable you should prepare. So as I've mentioned, no available hours, like 5 hours I'm having today 6 hours I'm having. So how I will divide my time in my preparation? Rather, what I will be doing, concept learning I will be doing, numericals I will be doing, or I will be doing the revision. If I don't do such things, in that case what will happen? I will do random things, random stuff I will be doing. So please, it is very, very important to create a timetable part. So this is very important part. Okay, you should remember this thing. Set small goals with proper deadlines. So when you will achieve small goals, na, automatically motivation will come. You will feel proud. Yes, I've set a target for myself. Ki yes, today I will be solving 20 questions. And when you have written solving 20 questions as my target, and after the end of the day, you will find, yes, I've done 20 questions. That will give you a sense of motivation. You will feel proud on your own work. Okay, there should not be any external motivation for you. You should create your internal motivation for yourself. Set smaller goals with proper deadlines and try to achieve it. After every achievement of the smaller goal, you will feel proud on yourself. And once you have a habit of setting a small goals and achieving those small goals, definitely the bigger goal, that is GATE 2026, you will be able to achieve it, right? Now, follow two subject approach. Why it is important? I've seen many students for a month they are doing one subject only. That is not a good approach. Daily basis you should follow two subject approach. Few hours, like 6 hours you are having, 3 hours for one subject, 3 hours for another subject, or you can divide according to the requirement also. 2 hours for one subject, 4 hours for another subject. It is totally depending upon the requirement, but you should follow two subject approach. You should not be doing one subject entire month, entire week, one subject it is going. You will get bored in that one subject only. Always follow the two subject approach. Whatever time you are having in a particular day, divide that time in the two subjects. It is not necessary you have to divide equally based on your requirement. Let's suppose one subject I need to do only revision. So 1 hour I have given out of 4 hours. Remaining 3 hours I have given to another subject that I am preparing in concept learning and numerical solving. Right. So that's why I follow two subject approach. This is very important. As I told you previously also, test analysis. Do test analysis. And in test analysis, what are the important things we need to understand? Check questions which were wrong. Why those questions were wrong? What was the reason? Try to note it down. Okay, because of this reason I got wrong answer. Once you start noting all those mistakes, you will understand, okay, this mistake I have done, I will not repeat it again. So identifying the mistake is very important. If you're not giving attention to small things, definitely things will continue to happen. You will never have a break on those mistakes. How the break will come? It will never happen. It will never stop. It will continue to happen. You need to first understand why those mistakes are happening. What is the reason? So once you have understood, okay, because of this reason I got the wrong answer, next time I will never repeat it. So you have to promise yourself, okay, this was the mistake, right? So you need to identify the mistakes, the reasons why it is happening, okay? And that actually cost a lot. You will be like getting a 2 marks because of that particular question, that question you have solved, because you know everything. That's why you have solved that question, but because of some small silly mistake, you got minus 0.67. Okay, actually you are eligible to get the 2 marks, but instead of that 2 marks, positive 2 marks, you are getting minus 0.67. So actually we are losing those marks. So we have to be very careful when we are solving a question. I should not do mistakes. That's why accuracy we have to focus first. Rather than speed, I need to focus on accuracy. Speed will come gradually. As you will give more and more tests, speed will come automatically, right? Then how many questions you are not able to solve? Why those questions you are not able to solve? What was the reason? Whether that particular question was really a tough question, or the question they have asked from a topic that I have not prepared. So those reasons you need to find out and then work on those areas. This is very important. And the final tip that is very, very important for every student who are preparing for any kind of preparation, any kind of competitive exam preparation, they have to create a tracker sheet. I will give you a sample kind of tracker sheet. See, what is the purpose of tracker sheet? I should know by this time where I am standing. Okay, what is the current scenario of my preparation level? Let's suppose this is April month. After August month, at the month of September, where I am standing in my preparation level, who will tell you? For that, you need to create a tracker sheet. In that tracker sheet, what I will be doing? I will mention the subject. Let's suppose subject 1, thermodynamics. In that subject thermodynamics, whether I have prepared my class notes, yes or no. PYQ done, we will tick here. Formula sheet created, yes. Chapter tests are done or not, subject test done or not, revision done or not, how many revisions I have done, that I will mention. So looking at this tracker sheet, I will understand, yes, subject 1 I have prepared, but subject 2 PYQs I have not done. Formula sheet I have not done. Okay, in subject 3 I have done formula sheet, chapter test, but I have not given the subject test. I have not done the revisions. So from that tracker sheet, you will get an idea about your preparation level. At this time, at this point of a time, where I am standing and how much more time is required to cover other subject as well. So always create a tracker sheet. It will help you to understand the preparation level part. Right. So almost 10 months we are having. This is the April month. Including April month, we'll have a total 10 months. You can plan your preparation according to the points that we've discussed in this video. And if you have any doubt or any question, you can comment in the box. You can put your question in the comment box. We'll try to resolve it. Okay, we'll try to reply it as soon as possible. Whenever you find it any difficulty, you can put your questions in the comment box as well. I hope the points that I've discussed in this video, you will find it very useful here. Okay, now before closing the session here, I want to discuss a few points here. You can join our Telegram group. In this Telegram group, you will be getting the YouTube lectures PDF, notifications of all the examinations you will be getting, all PSU job notifications you will be getting, webinar details you will be getting. Apart from that, daily quizzes are happening. You can definitely check our Telegram group. The link is also provided in the description of this video. Just by clicking on that link, you will be able to join the Telegram group. You will find it very useful in your preparation part. And finally, we have started our GATE live online program for GATE 2026. In this live online program, you will be getting more than 800 hours of session. You will be getting the theory book, exercise book, and the PYQ. Not a single PYQ book. You will be getting one technical PYQ book as well as one aptitude plus mathematics, where all branches of aptitude and mathematics questions will be there. So 2 PYQ books. And the main USP of this GATE online live program is 12 mentorship sessions you will be getting. In this mentorship session, you can directly connect with the faculty with one-to-one meeting. You can discuss all your challenges, whatever the problems you are facing in your preparation part. So faculty will be with you throughout your preparation journey, right? And more than 130 plus tests are there in our test series part. So it will help you to prepare the GATE exam preparation effectively, right? So that test series, as we already told, it is a most important part of the GATE preparation. We have to give the test to understand our preparation level. So if you are interested in the live online program, you can directly call on this number and you can book your counseling session. So you should directly call on this number to book the counseling session, or you can directly connect with the faculty also during the counseling session if you want any further help, right? So numbers are there and the link is also provided in the description of a video. You can go through that link as well. I hope you will find this video useful. Thank you so much, everyone.